Well, hello there. Welcome to the Brodeurland show. I'm so glad you made it. Now, you might be wondering, wait a minute, Mr. Broder, what are we going to talk about today? Well, I'm glad you asked. But before we jump in, we got to hit some cheesy intro inspirational music. Bam. Now let's get this show on the road. All right, what are our three things today? First, what is self-control? Second, how can I master self-control? And third, what if I don't have self-control? Those are the topics we're going to talk about today here on the Brodeurland show. So, let's dive in and let's take a look at this definition of self-control right here. So self-control, it's the ability to control emotions, impulses, or even behaviors to achieve a greater goal. All right. So we just talked about the definition for self-control, but you know what the drill is? We've got three quotes coming at you like usual, except today I'm gonna spice things up just a little bit. And instead of three quotes, I'm throwing one quote out and I'm throwing an image at you. So let's take a look at this first image right here. I love it so much because just visually, you are looking at self-control in the palm of our hands. It's up to us to have that self-control and these components right around it. And I feel like the biggest component, the biggest rock, the biggest staple of self-control is calmness. You see, we can have exciting moments, we could have exciting times, we could be looking forward to a break, a holiday, an event. Maybe life is just great, life is grand, things are happening, awesome. But you gotta have that calmness. But also some people might be thinking, Mr. Broder, life isn't grand. My life right now is rocky. My life is falling apart. You still gotta have that calmness. You see, if you have that calmness, then, only then, can you be willing to have that balance, that determination, that confidence, and that willpower, that perseverance to keep moving forward. That calmness allows us that time to reflect. It allows us to stop and let everything settle and allow the waves of life to come to a good little smooth still so I can clearly see through the water, through the chaos, and keep moving forward. Now here's the deal. We've got to talk about how can we master self-control, and that's what we're going to talk about in this next quote here by Morgan Freeman. So let's take a look. Self-control is strength. Calmness is mastery. You have to get to the point where your mood doesn't shift. It doesn't based on those insignificant actions of somebody else. Don't allow others to control the direction of your life. You can't allow your emotions to overpower your intelligence. So talking about this Morgan Freeman quote right here, I love how it says self-control is strength. But here's the deal. To master self-control, you've got to have that calmness. You've got to have that ability to not allow other people, other things, words to rile you up, to get you off of being that best version of yourself. And like it says at the end, don't allow those emotions to get you off balance. You've got to stay straight and true. You've got to stay controlled. If you have that self-control, only then can you have all these other words we've talked about. Self-control is the rock. If I want to have self-respect, if I want to be nice, if I want to persevere, if I want to be my true and best self, I've got to stay calm in moments where things are exciting. And I got to stay calm in moments where things are not as easy or clear as I would wish them to be. Yes, self-control is strength. More importantly, that calmness, that time to pause, that time to reflect makes you so much more capable of becoming that best version of yourself. Now we got one more quote I want to take a look at. So let's jump in and let's take a look at this short, sweet, and simple quote right here. If you lose self-control, everything, I say everything is going to fall. It will fall. So like I promised, this quote is short, sweet, simple, and to the point. You don't have self-control, things are gonna fall. The domino effect will happen. Your calmness goes out the window, and all of a sudden, that willpower, that perseverance, that confidence, that determination, all will start to fade away. And at that point, your life will start to crumble. But you can't let that happen. No, you've got to stay straight and true. You've got to stay strong. You've got to keep working at being that best version of yourself. And you've got to have that self-control. Let it be your rock. Let it be your strength through that calmness, through that perseverance, through your strength that you have inside that pushes through, that makes you you. Don't let other people sway you. Don't allow the domino effect to push you down. No, you've got to hold your head high and keep your eyes focused on the goal and the life that's ahead of you. Each day's a new day, so always remember, you make each week a special week by just you being you. There's no one in the whole world like you except you, and I like you just the way you are. It's good that you exist. But here's the deal, you've got to go out. You've got to have that calmness. You've got to have that self-control to continue to be that best version of you. Until next time, Broder out. Peace.